Congress has approved a new $740.5 billion defense spending bill overturning President Trump's veto as a senator warned of World War III with Beijing. The legislation passed the Senate on Friday by 81 votes to 14, enough to overturn the presidential veto deployed by Mr. Trump. Once a law has been vetoed by the president, it requires a two-thirds congressional majority to overturn. This was achieved by a cross-party alliance of Democrat and Republican lawmakers. The bill included a 5-year $18.5 billion Pacific Deterrence Initiative to boost the U.S. military presence in the Pacific Ocean. Tensions between America and China have been surging in this region, with the U.S. refusing to accept Beijing's claim of sovereignty over the South China Sea. The new legislation, which came to 4,500 pages, was drafted by the Senate Armed Services Committee. Its chair, Republican Senator James Inhofe, claimed Beijing is preparing for World War III in the South China Sea. He added, "We are in the most dangerous situation that we've been in before." Jack Reed, a Democrat who serves on the Senate Armed Services Committee, echoed this view. He commented, "This is the first time we have really stepped back and said, we have a new threat rising in the Pacific. We have to take a holistic view. The Defense Act is the first time a presidential veto has been overturned during Mr. Trump's time in office." Mr. Trump objected to the legislation as it placed limits on his ability to withdraw American troops from Afghanistan and Europe and didn't remove a liability shield from social media companies. It would also rename American military bases which are currently named after Confederate Civil War leaders. After the vote, the president tweeted, "Our Republican Senate just missed the opportunity to get rid of Section 230, which gives unlimited power to big tech companies." Justifying his decision to back the bill, Mitch McConnell, the Republican Senate leader, commented, "Here's what the Senate is focused on: completing the annual defense legislation that looks after our brave men and women who volunteer to wear the uniform. We've passed this legislation 59 years in a row. And one way or another, we're going to complete the 60th annual NDAA and pass it into law before this Congress concludes on Sunday." Tensions between the U.S. and China have surged during Mr. Trump's time in office. The two superpowers have clashed over trade, coronavirus, human rights, and a number of territorial disputes. Beijing's claim of sovereignty over the South China Sea overlaps with rival claims from 6 of its neighbors. The United States, and other Western powers, refuse to accept the Chinese claim and demonstrate this by sending warships on freedom of navigation patrols through the region. In December, the Wall Street Journal published an article by John Ratcliffe, U.S. Director of National Intelligence, warning Americans to prepare for an open-ended period of confrontation. He argued Beijing is bent on world domination. China hit back, describing the allegations as a concoction of lies.